You're literally losing thousands of dollars every single day if you're trying to reach the requirements to run ads in your own YouTube videos. Look, I get it. One of the main reasons why people even start a YouTube channel in the first place is because they just want to earn easy money. The fact that you can just upload a YouTube video and have it, hopefully, make it run ads on your video and generate thousands of dollars is something very enticing to everyone. However, even though this is the way to do it, this is probably one of the worst monetization methods you can be focusing on right now. If you're a channel with less than 1,000 subscribers or someone that doesn't pull in millions of views, then you're just wasting your own time. And more importantly, focusing on ad revenue is going to kill your momentum. So in this video, I'm going to be going over the 4 easiest monetization methods that you have to know about when it comes to running a YouTube channel. And yes, this does not include ad revenue. So one of the first monetization methods that you should definitely know about is merchandise and self-made products. Merch is probably one of the oldest forms of monetization on YouTube alongside ad revenue. It's very common for a lot of mainstream YouTubers and content creators to develop their own merch that can be sold back to their loyal viewers. For example, there are a lot of YouTubers that sell t-shirts, hoodies, jerseys, even figurines that can be sold back to their viewers. While on the other hand, you have other YouTubers that offer products like Prime, Feastables, and Huda Beauty. This monetization method allows YouTubers to have significantly more control in determining what kind of prices to set and the types of products they can release. And more importantly, merchandising and selling your own products opens a new avenue of revenue that could be put into the YouTuber's business, other than, of course, ad revenue. Biggest downside when it comes to selling merchandise or any self-made products is the requirement to be a really big channel. As I mentioned before, this really only works for mainstream YouTubers. And more specifically, I'm talking about those YouTubers who can maintain hundreds and thousands of views on their videos and have 1 million subscribers. If your channel only has like a few thousand subscribers or a few hundred views, then no one is really going to buy anything from you because you're just so small and so insignificant in the YouTube community. No one really wants to buy any merchandise or self-made product. Even though this monetization method seems really fun to do, this is not really achievable for a lot of small to medium-sized YouTubers. So honestly, if you were to grow your channel to something really big in the future, I would recommend definitely doing merchandise because you would have that big audience in the future. But since you are probably a small or medium-sized YouTuber, definitely try not doing any merchandising. Now, a second monetization method that a lot of the YouTubers try to do nowadays is Patreon. Now, this monetization method is really common for a lot of small to medium-sized YouTubers. How it works is that a loyal viewer or a loyal subscriber can donate a certain amount of money to their favorite creator and have them continue making their content on their YouTube channel. And in turn, these creators give these donating viewers a lot of different benefits. These benefits may include early access to certain types of videos, exclusive content that isn't uploaded on YouTube, not OnlyFans of course, not any of that, behind the scenes stuff when it comes to filming a YouTube video. Patreon is a really great monetization method for those channels that needs the money to develop their content. Without using Patreon, a lot of these YouTubers wouldn't be able to consistently post on YouTube. But that's just where all the benefits for using Patreon really end. There isn't a lot of benefits, and most of the times I would actually recommend someone to steer away from Patreon or any type of donation type of website. The reason I say this is because this monetization method is more of a donation system for a non-profit organization and doesn't really impact the profitability when it comes to running a YouTube channel. And that's why a lot of anime or comic related YouTube channels use Patreon to run their YouTube channel. This is because this is the only way they can pay for their editors and a lot of licensing fees when it comes to using a lot of this copyrightable content. Patreon is just meant for those YouTubers that do YouTube as a hobby. They just enjoy making the content and don't really care about the profits. Plus, even if you ask your viewers to donate to your Patreon or any other types of donation links, this can make you appear really poorly and begging your viewers for some money because it just seems like you're not really profitable and you're just doing this because you just don't have enough money in your own pockets at the moment. So for my recommendation, I would just steer away from using Patreon or any other types of donation links. Alright, now the third monetization method that pretty much every YouTuber does in their own videos is some form of sponsorship. I can guarantee you that today you have already watched a YouTube video that has some sort of brand placement or sponsorship in the video. You have classic examples like Squarespace, Manscaped, HelloFresh, and some of the most classic ones like Raid Shadow Legends or World of Tanks. You've definitely heard some of these example sponsorships before since they've been widely used all over the place. Getting a sponsorship as a YouTuber is great because it really does offer you a second opportunity to open up your revenue stream. And better yet, you get a lot of different benefits when it comes to working with a lot of these different brands. Sometimes brands may send you free products to include in your videos, while sometimes other brands might offer some kind of discount for your viewers to actually use. But one of the biggest issues with using sponsorships is how profitable it can actually be. Yes, I've already explained how it can add to like a second source of revenue for your own business, but sponsorships should not be solely relied on similar to ad revenue, because in a way they are quite very similar. For example, let me put it into perspective like this. For a YouTuber that can create a video that can generate over 1 million views, the sponsor may pay upwards to $20,000 to $30,000. However, if you're just a smaller channel that only brings in a few thousand views and maybe a few hundred subscribers, the CPM might be much lower than you anticipated, and you'll probably just be earning around 100 or even less than that. So the opportunity to turn this into a second source of revenue is a lot harder than you might actually think it is, especially if you're not getting a lot of views on your YouTube videos. Alongside this, there is another downside when it comes to using sponsorships, and that being is how repetitive it can actually be. Let's be really real here. You've definitely heard of sponsors like HelloFresh, World of Tanks, and even Manscaped from a lot of different YouTubers. And the weird thing is that all of these YouTubers are in different niches. These different YouTubers don't have the audience that can easily relate to the products or brands that are being shown as sponsors in the videos. I mean, like when I watch like a car review channel or like a tech review channel, I oftentimes see sponsorships by Manscaped or even World of Tanks, and it just doesn't make any sense. How can a car or tech review channel talk about World of Tanks? It just does not relate, and as a viewer, I don't really care. That's why we always just skip the sponsorships, since it's just an eyesore and it doesn't paint the creator in a really great light. So if you were to do sponsorships for your own YouTube channel, this is my recommendation. You have to find sponsors that really closely relate to your brand, your niche, and more importantly, your viewers. That way you can actually at least promote some brands that have some significant value for your viewers' enjoyment. Now for the last monetization method, and it's something I really recommend a lot of YouTubers to actually do, is to have some sort of service offering. Whether that be courses for viewers to actually sign up for, a consultation program, one-on-one coaching, and maybe you can even do a done-for-you service, something that I always do for a lot of my own clients. This form of monetization has become a lot more popular in the past few years and has provided a bunch of amazing results. And one of the best things about using this monetization method is that you don't have to be a big channel to accomplish this. Let's take a channel like Greg, for example. Greg only has 2,000 subscribers and pulls in around 100 to 200 views per video. Even though he gets a lot less views and a few thousand subscribers, he is still generating $36,000 every single month. And that's just by uploading videos to YouTube and selling his service of doing YouTube for a lot of different coaches. Or even take my channel as an example. The first video that I uploaded in the first week, I gained 3 leads that just wanted to work with me. The potential to scale is really high with service offerings, and you should definitely be doing the same thing for your own YouTube channel. However, even though this monetization method is the most modern and brings in the most returns, there is a small catch to this. This method is a lot more suited for those that offer some kind of coaching program, consultation, or some personal brand development. If you don't offer any of these skills for your viewers, then your service offering might be a little bit more challenging to accomplish. But don't let this discourage you, because there is a way to actually do it. What I want you to think is how many skills you have at your disposal, whether that be having skills in video editing or skills in playing pickleball. And I'm just using those two as an example. If you can offer highly valuable content that resolves a lot of your niche's problems, your viewers are 100% more likely to buy anything that you offer. So before you start a YouTube channel with some kind of service offering, think of all the skills that you can offer to a potential viewer. But that's basically it for today's video. I just wanted to go over some of the 4 easiest monetization methods that does not require ad revenue at all for a YouTube channel. In this day and age, everyone wants to make money on YouTube because it's the easiest way to do it. And YouTube is definitely the shortcut you should be implementing into your own business. So if you found this video helpful, why don't you just like it, share it, and even subscribe to my YouTube channel so you know when I next upload. Other than that, why don't you just take everything that I said in this video with all the monetization methods and go kill it on YouTube.